What is going on, guys? It is your boy the Pat Goat Gaming coming at you again with another video, and today we are looking into the first week of results from the OP10 post ban list. So we have these results from Eggman, so shout out to Eggman, EG-man, I don't know, but shout out to him for collecting all this on his website and making it very consumable for us. Check it out for yourself, it is very interesting. So yeah, with that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are about to be at 200 subs. We are at 198 currently. So if you want to support me, I'd really appreciate it. And with that being said, guys, let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so getting right into the top 10 rankings for the first week of OP10 post ban list. Sitting at the top, we have Zoro, guys. As I predicted, Zoro will be the top deck, at least for the beginning of the format. Maybe the control decks will start figuring it out. Next, we have Shanks. Red is king right now, guys. Zoro and Shanks are taking over the game. They did not get touched by the ban list. They were already very strong pre-ban list, and now they are just taking it to the next level. Both the only leaders above a 9 rating, and a 55% win rate and a 52% win rate, respectively. Next, we have Bonnie. Bonnie's just, I mean, her leader effect is fucking insane, guys. And the green cards have gotten like a lot stronger. She has a lot of good 5-drops available to her. She has 8-drop Kid, and she can just play a long stall game against you and eventually beat you out. Next, we have Blackbeard. I'm surprised Blackbeard is this high considering how high of a usage Zoro has. Holy shit, Shanks has 6,600 games, and same with Blackbeard. Blackbeard and Shanks, everybody's playing these leaders. Holy shit. But Blackbeard, I'm surprised he's this high. His win rate is still respectable considering that there's so many Zoros and so many Shankses running around. It's actually pretty impressive from the Blackbeard players. It's a very good, guys. Top 4 deck currently in the format. Next, we have Purple Luffy. I would have expected Pluffy to be above Blackbeard, just because it didn't get touched. Its cards are still super strong, and it has a very strong curve. But still sitting at the top 5 decks in the format. We have Purple Luffy with a 51% deck win rate. Next, we have Red Green Smoker, and this deck kind of plays similar to Bonnie, but it uses Dawn more efficiently. It has bigger powered characters, and it buffs your characters and your leader. So a very strong deck, I think. I think this deck will probably stay here throughout OP10. And next we have Dofi, guys. Dofi is coming in at number 7, but a much lower usage, only 1,000 games played, and a 54.44% win rate. So very solid win rate out of Dofi. I don't know, like I thought this deck would drop further, guys. Like, people are coming at me because I thought Dofi would be worse. I definitely thought he'd be like top 15. I think I had him around that range in my tier list, but I did not expect him to be top 10. People were saying he was still top 3. I think that is a bunch of baloney. Maybe he will start rising again with more representation. But I think top 7's about where he might stay for the meta. Still a pretty good deck, but I don't know if he can compete with these top 5 spots here. But we'll see. I'm very interested to see where the Dofi leader goes from here, because getting Gym Day hit was a very big deal. Next, we have the Eustace Captain Kid coming in at number 8. Just a very annoying, like, resilient deck. He has the Loss, he has the 8-drop Kid. So a lot of pretty low representation at 1389 games played with a 52% win rate. But pretty solid out of the Kid. I think I had him in high tier on my tier list, and that's about where he is, coming in at number 8. Next, we have Purple Luffy, Red Purple Luffy. Red Purple Luffy, I think I had at the top of A tier. He has a good amount of representation at 2,000 games, but his win rate sitting at just below 50%. I'm curious to see what the deck list looks like. I want to see how people are running him, and if they're running the 10-drop or not, or they're playing a more rush version, or they're playing a more control version. I'm very interested to see that. And then stealing the last spot, we have Lim. Lim's a deck that I haven't been very high on, but I know people say it's very good. But it's kind of struggling right now, considering where I've seen people put it in their tier list and how high of a regard they hold this deck. It has 1781 games played at a 49.86% win rate, and I'm unsure how they calculate this rating, but coming in at the only top 10 deck below an 8 rating. So Lim, I'm not sure where this will go for the remainder of the format. I'm unfamiliar with her matchups. I don't know if she does well into Zoro. So yeah, I'm interested to see where Lim and Dofi end up throughout the meta here. So with that being said, guys, let's get into the deck list. So coming in at Zoro, the number 1 spot, Animal Zoro is taking over, guys. And honestly, It's because of two cards. It is the 3-drop chopper, and it is the freaking 1-drop event here. So this 1-drop event lets you play the 3-drop chopper on your opponent's turn. So it allows you to set up the when attacking plays, and it basically like it makes your characters have rush. Like this chopper inherently gains rush. If your opponent has no more Dawn left, they can't remove it, and you play it on their last attack, you get this chopper on board, you're able to swing next turn, and then start establishing a huge board with all of your Dawn the next turn. So these two cards are fucking broken. They're playing the 1 of Jambe. I might bump that up like maybe to 2 or 3, especially if they're not running the other 5-drop Luffy. Also only running 1 of the new 5-drop Luffys, 2 dragons, and then just a bunch of animals, guys. Running the Kureha Searcher, running the Nami Searcher. And this 2-cost Sanji 2K is so strong. It's basically a Jambe in itself, so maybe that's why they're only running 1 Jambe. So very strong card there. Yeah, it's just a standard Zoro list, animal build, not surprising there. Getting into our second slot, we're going to the Shanks. So Shanks build, kind of generic Shanks, like this is what you always see people play. They're running the Utas, they're running the Otamas, the lime juices. Shanks is like to play Sanji, I think, just for the extra card advantage and the aggression it can put on. They always run the Tony choppers. This blocker is very good into Zoro, into Dofi. Yasop, just a very strong card. 3 of the 5-drop Luffys, I really like that. I think 5-drop Luffy is just a good card to have in almost any red deck. 4 of Beckman just fucking broken. 3 of Rayleigh, 3 of Dragon. Kind of your standard Shanks list. 1 of the other 10-drop Shanks and 3 of the other 10-drop Shanks, and then 2 Divine Departures. So very strong list. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Nothing we should not come to expect. Next, we have the Bonnie list. I feel like every time I played against a Bonnie, they are running the exact same fucking cards, guys. Like every single time I see the same thing every single time. So there's just the generic Bonnie list. 8-drop Kid, 10-drop Dofi, 9-drop Shanks, the Carrot. I hate that card, guys. Carrot is so good. And then yeah, just the normal Bonnie stuff. Very strong deck. Next, going into the Marshall D Teach, just playing the generic Blackbeard package, guys. Only running 1 Shiryu is crazy. Only running 1 Shiryu in the Zoro meta is fucking crazy. How are they at a 50% win rate? Holy shit, what are they doing? I feel like every time I play against a Blackbeard and I'm playing Zoro and they don't have this card, I run them over immediately. Because they're running the Doc Qs. I don't know how this deck is competing right now against a Zoro heavy meta. But apparently, I mean, they're doing well enough. So hats off to you Blackbeard players. Fucking impressive, guys. Maybe the finger pistols, I don't know. Anyway, Blackbeard, always a very strong deck and will be a big part of the OP10 meta. Next, coming into our Monkey D Luffy. So this is purple Luffy. Kind of your standard purple Luffy build again. I do love the 3 Magellans, guys. Magellan is fucking nasty. Especially in a meta where cards are so strong. Like as the game continues to get better, de-ramping your opponent and getting them off curve and making them not play what cards they want to be playing is so strong. Maybe bumping that up to 4 would be a good recommendation from me. But besides that, just a very strong generic purple Luffy list. Very good there. And next, coming into the Smoker. Smoker, same thing as Bonnie. Like I feel like they're always running the same shit. The Tashigis, the Carrots, the Smokers, the Beckmans, the Hodis. Just a very strong deck. Her effect is able to make the 4 life leader very resilient, whereas those 4 life leaders can often struggle with that. So I'm excited to see where Smoker goes in the format. I think it has a lot of potential. Moving on, we have Dofi, boys. I thought this deck, I didn't think it'd be top 7. I want to see more representation, and I want to see where this list goes from here. I don't know if they can keep this up. I'm still hating, but I've seen the proof now. So y'all were right. He's definitely at least top 10 for now. I wonder if he will rise or he will fall. But I think 7's about right for him as we speak. And it looks like they didn't replace Jinbei with any other 4 costs. Like they're only playing the Weevils, the Boas, and the Laws. So really off the Dofi ability, you're only looking for kind of 3 cards, or oh no, they're playing the Gecko as well. So they're playing 16 cards that they want to see off the Dofi ability. Like I guess you can also see the Crocs and the Mihawks. Like you're not mad at seeing those cards, but really you want to be playing these with your Dofi ability. whereas in the past you were running the Jinbeis, and I think it was a much stronger group of cards you were looking for. I'm just surprised they didn't replace them with more 4 costs. I guess they weren't having any trouble with bricking. Other than that, they're running the 4 Marshall D Teach. They're running the 4 Gum Gum Red Rock. I think this is necessary, especially in a meta with a lot of green and a lot of 10 drops. And they're also running 2 of the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. So yeah, I do want to try out this list. I will give Dofi another go, because I do want to make it work, guys. Like I don't say these things to be inflammatory. Like I didn't think he was any good after the Jinbei ban, but I want to give him another try. So a video will be coming soon using this list. I want to see what it has to offer. And moving on to the Eustace Captain Kid, guys. We have the Yellow Kid. This deck is just annoying. In all of One Piece history, I have hated playing against yellow decks the most. They have the beiges. I think Shirahoshi's fucking stupid. Basil Hawkins is really stupid. The 7-drop law is very, very strong, very resilient. 7 cost, gain a life, and he gains blocker with the Kid ability. Fucking insane. The 8-drop Kid, insane. And then the 10-drop Ace to top it off. So a very, very strong deck. I don't know if it can keep up with the Zoro, and that's why it might be down here towards the bottom of the list, just because Zoro is so fast. But a strong deck. Excited to see where it goes. And then for our 9th spot, we're taking the Red Purple Luffy. So this is, wow, okay. So this is playing a very, very defensive style of Red Purple Luffy, which is, I don't know, I need to test, because I've been having so much success with the Rush, like turbo version of Red Purple Luffy, which plays the exact opposite of this list. Like here you're running the Yasop to give you plus 1,000 power on your leader. You're running the Eustace Captain Kid to give you plus power on your leader. You're running 4 of the New Gates to give you plus 2,000 on your leader. And then 4 of the 9-cost Luffys and 2 of the 10-drop Shanks. Very, very interesting list. And 2 of the 7-drop Sanjis. And no Jambeis, boys. No Jambeis in this list. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't know about this. I mean, this is like high ranked gameplay data that we're getting. So maybe this is what the best players think is the best way to run Red Purple Luffy. But I'm gonna need to do some testing around this. They are running the 4 queens. I like that a lot if you are playing the defensive version. But yeah, I do want to see how this goes in the future. And then we have the last deck. I don't know a lot about this deck, guys. I know they play a lot of 5 drops and they like to ramp. But besides that, they run the 9-cost Zoros. And this is, I always see these cards, like if you play a limb, you're probably playing against this list. They all kind of run the same shit. I just don't know a lot about this leader and don't have very much experience into it. But apparently she's doing well enough to be in the top 10, guys. So a very strong deck regardless. So yeah, those are the top 10 leaders from the first week of OP10 games, guys. About what we expected. I mean, I feel like most people would have, if you asked them what are the top 10 leaders in the game right now, they probably would have gave you these in some order. Maybe like 1 or 2 switched out, like maybe the Limb, the Smoker, maybe the Yellow Kid. But besides that, a very standard kind of what we'd expect after the post ban. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and let's get right into the post game. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, please comment cactus down below. We are searching for our first cactus. I put this at the end of 3 videos. This will be the 3rd video now, and we have yet to see a cactus. So if you are here, make sure to comment cactus so I know that you made it. It would make me happy. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Don't forget to sub as well. See ya.